businesses to pay you $1,000 to $10,000 a month to manage their social media and internet marketing. My name's Tai Lopez, and I'm going to be presenting this online seminar. So, like I said, I titled this "How to Get Small Businesses to Pay You $1,000 to $10,000 a month to manage their social media in a few months." And the reason I titled that is because I'm going to show you everything you need to know to get started on this. Okay, I'm going to teach you how to do it pretty fast. None of this stuff I'm going to teach you will take you, like a 4-year college degree. It can be depressing when you start your own business or whatever, and it takes forever to actually see money. One of the whole points of you watching this, I'm going to teach you how to follow what I call the shortcuts. Okay? So I'm going to give you some stuff you could put in action today and change your income. All right. So I recommend you take some notes and you just start implementing this stuff today. Okay. I want you to get your first small business within the next couple days or the next couple of weeks. Everything inside this online seminar, this webinar, is designed for quickness. It's designed for you to take action. Okay. So let's jump in. My goal is for you to have everything you need so you can be able to go out, start your very own online business, get high value clients immediately, even if they don't know who you are. You're gonna be able to do this using some skills that I'm gonna teach you. You're not gonna come off as salesy. You're not gonna come off as pushy. This is the real deal. I've seen this work over and over. Okay, and this is built upon the exact same strategies I've used to personally grow my own brand in social media and make money with social media. From zero to literally tens of millions of dollars a year. Okay. And it didn't take me that long once I understood what I'm going to teach you now. And I'm going to give you the blueprint to really starting your own online social media marketing agency. And so that you can follow these breakthroughs that I've had in your own life. Okay. Real deal stuff here. So quick overview of what we're going to cover. I'm going to start off by showing you why social media is the next big trend, okay, you need to catch in order to make more money. And if you're just getting started, you've never had your own business, or you've already been in business for a while, I'm going to show you why you need to know this stuff, why this is where you want to start. I'm going to show you that the only 3 things that you need to make 6 figures, even 7 figures, okay? So I know when you get started and you decide, you're going to change your income and all this, it gets pretty overwhelming. Everyone out there will start telling you different things. Oh, you should be, doing e-commerce. You should write a book. You should go out and build a blog or whatever. You should do Facebook Live. And it'll get confusing. So the truth is, if you go out and do all those different things, what you're really going to do is just create a huge task list, a huge amount of overwhelming stress. You're going to rack up a debt. People that try to do this without knowing what they're doing, they go in debt and nothing works out. You're not going to make much money because the people who make 6 or 7 figures, they are focused. Okay, they're just focused on a few things. I'm going to show you what these 3 things are and how you could start on them today. I'm going to show you, first of all, the type of customer that will pay you, the niche, okay, that will pay you $1,000 to $10,000 a month, because not everybody has that much money to give you. Okay, so in order to run a successful online social media marketing business, you need a specific focused niche that you go after. And you need to know how much to charge them. If you charge them $50 a month, you got to get 1 million clients before you're making much money. So I'm going to show you how you can get them to pay you, each customer to pay you a lot of money. Okay. And what you got to show them something. You got to have the right pricing and service package, or they're not going to pay you. Okay. Or else you got nothing to sell. And I'm going to show you how to do both of those today. I'm going to show you how to get your first 1, 2, 3 clients. And it didn't take that many clients. If each client's paying you $1,000 to $10,000 a month, you can imagine it adds up quickly. So I'm one of the best in the world at this for sure. So, when it comes to sales, getting people to pay you. I've mastered this, okay? And I'm going to literally give you the exact steps that I use to get these people to pay, okay? And how to turn social media that you see everywhere into money in your pocket, okay? You can be able to just copy what I'm doing and start using it right away. I'm going to show you how much you should charge and how you can charge more than the average person. I'm not going to show you how to just get 50 or $100 from somebody. I'm going to show you how you can get $1, $2, $5, $10,000 a month, not even one time, on a recurring basis. So you can go out and start selling this and making these high price sales, these high revenue sales for yourself. I'm going to also show you the basic math to making six figures, 100 grand a year, and how it's surprisingly easy and fast to do that. I'm going to show you how you can get to 100 grand a year with your social media marketing business with just, within just a few weeks. You can get started and get making money deposited into your bank account. And then at the end, I'm going to hang around. I'm going to do just some question and answers for you. So what I want you to do throughout this online seminar webinar is take lots of notes. I'm going to move relatively quickly because I don't want to be boring. And we're going to be covering a lot of ground. I want to share you some really valuable and trendy stuff that people don't know. You catch the new trends, you make money. Okay, so make sure you got your pen and paper. Make sure you take notes. At the end, write down your questions. And at the end, ask me any questions. I'll stick around. I'm going to answer them. So if you stick with me to the end, I'm going to actually give you all this info too. You can get it later. So if you want to go back, look at it. So I probably, I spent, about a week putting this presentation together. I knew people, when I put stuff up, a lot of people see it, so I want to make it awesome. So if you stick with me to the end, I'm going to give you all this to download. You can have on your computer, give you all the special files and templates and scripts on what you should say so that you can just follow my lead and do it the easy way, okay? So you definitely want to stick around to the end. So if this sounds awesome, just type the number 3 in the chat box, the question box there, okay? Just type the number 3. Why 3? I don't know. Seemed like a good number. All right, so lots of people, awesome, getting happy with this. Make sure you stick to the end. Okay, let's get started. Who's this for? Who's this online seminar for? How do you know you're in the right place? How do you know if this is going to be an awesome use of your time? Well, this webinar is for beginners who are looking for the best possible opportunity to get started making big money online. So if you're just getting started as an entrepreneur and you're overwhelmed with all the different choices and you're wondering which one thing you should focus on, I'm going to show you why social media is the best place to start. So also if you're an entrepreneur with an existing business who wants to just supplement your income, make more money, have multiple streams of income, which I always recommend, this is for you too. So if you're already running a business, you got a product business, you have software, whatever, you want some income, some more cash flow, you need to know about this social media game, okay? So this is also for people who are, if you're an employee, you're working at a job, you want to quit your 9 to 5, you want to start a business on your own, I got a place in my heart because no matter what category you're in, I've probably been there. I've had a job before I didn't like. I've been a start-out entrepreneur. I've been an existing entrepreneur. What I'm going to teach you right now helps you in all those situations. I use this to start my own business. It's one of the greatest decisions I ever made. If you're looking to quit the dead end that you're in now, this is for you. So even if you already have, by the way, also, for those of you lastly who have a social media marketing business and you want to get more clients, you want to increase what you charge, really scale up, you want to watch this. All right, so here's some rules, but my lawyers want me to talk about these. Get a drink of water here. This should be clear, but like I said, I want to make it extra clear. Number 1, this ain't a get-rich-quick scheme. I'm not going to show you any gimmicky stuff, okay? So you're going to have to actually put in work. You're going to have to do some work. I'm going to show you how to make the work not as hard as you think. Okay, some of the things are going to be a little bit challenging, but that is actually how you make money in business. You push yourself a little bit. Do the work, you get the results, okay? There is no such thing as get-rich-quick scheme. Somebody tells you you can go from 0 to make $1 million by tomorrow, run the other direction, okay? We ain't talking about gimmicks. What we're talking about is shortcuts, and shortcuts are legitimate. Okay? This is not a just click a button, buy something, click a button, and money pours in your bank account. We're not doing anything weird, any weird software, any unethical stuff, nothing like that. What I'm teaching you is real business stuff, legit stuff, how you could be a real businessman or businesswoman, okay? How you can keep everything legit, right? You can grow, make serious money with your social media marketing, and something you can stand behind, put your name, and really be proud of what you did. This is real stuff. It's gonna last you a lifetime, no gimmicks, no get rich quick. Okay. I want to also say, I'm going to be showing you testimonials and results of clients, okay? And they're not typical. I need to say that to you, okay? Like I told you, I've grown from using social media from zero to literally making tens of millions, and I like to understate it. So tens of millions of dollars a year with a business, different businesses, all using social media. And I'm not saying you're going to get those same results. Okay, I worked hard for doing that, and I'm not implying that everybody listening, you're going to just get this in a few years. Okay, but if you do the work and you follow instructions, I see no reason you can't have insanely profitable results. Okay, everybody's different, but we all need to make enough money. I want to show you how to make more than enough. So I'm going to be sharing with you different testimonials. If you follow my Snapchat and Instagram, you've probably seen, I've probably posted, 50 to 100 actual testimonials of people making money using exactly what I'm teaching you right now. Okay, I've helped people get 6 figures and beyond. Okay, make extra 100 grand, an extra 50 grand, an extra 500 grand, an extra million. Okay, I'm going to be giving you those tools, that blueprint, and that map so you can really grow build this for you. Okay, so at the end of the day, you're going to have to do the work, but I just want to double check that you understood that. Now, we are experiencing one of the most insanely perfect times in the history of the world. Okay, what I mean is some things have changed in the world, and it's made social media the perfect opportunity for you right now. Okay, number one, the market's changing, the job market. Millions and millions of people, over 50 million people are supplementing, and just in the United States, are supplementing their income by having their own business or doing freelance work. Okay, they might be doing it part-time. This is the time. It's over 30% of people are doing this stuff we're talking about right now. So you're not alone. And Forbes magazine is estimating it's going to grow to almost 50% of people are going to be trying to grab these opportunities. So that means the time's now. Catch it before most people. Okay? So the traditional full-time 9-to-5 job is going to become a thing of the past. And that's very important for you to understand. So this social media opportunity is huge. Huge. Basically, I don't even have to tell you. Everywhere. I was just watching a sports game the other day, basketball game, and they were showing advertising. And you know what they were advertising? They weren't advertising go to their store. They weren't advertising any of the old traditional ways. They were saying, go to our Instagram. Big companies, small companies, medium-sized companies, everybody knows social media is going to be the wave of the future. It already is, and it's only getting larger and larger and larger. Okay? We're talking billions and billions and tens of $billion industry. The whole marketing industry, the whole advertising industry is turning on its head from spending billions and tens of billions on traditional TVs and billboards and newspaper marketing. It's switching over to social media. Okay? So think about this. We got 2 things happening. We have traditional employment disappearing for you. There's not that security. You just getting a 9-to-5 job. And on the other side, we got this opportunity. Social media. People, specifically business owners, realize, we got to get with the program. We got to start advertising our business on social media, but we don't know how. Okay? The internet has broken down the walls of getting started in business. So, back years ago, for you to do this, you would have to go get a college degree, maybe get an advanced degree at business MBA, put a suit on, go work in an advertising agency. If you ever seen that show Mad Men, you have to do something like that. You have to have all these qualifications. But now everything's changed. If you have right now, and I'm assuming you do if you're watching this, a laptop and a phone, then guess what? You could reach anyone in the world. There's over 2 billion people that you could reach right now on different social media, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube. Okay? YouTube, think of YouTube, how big YouTube is. Just that one social media platform. And businesses don't know how to use it. So with modern day technology and tools, you can run a 6 or 7 figure business at home without overhead. You don't even need an office. You don't even need employees, or you can just have a few. You don't have to wear a suit. You don't have to commute in traffic. So things are changing, and it's making it the perfect time. This is literally the perfect month, the perfect year for you to get started with this social media stuff. Okay? Times have never been better. Opportunity right now is so big that if you don't catch it, you're going to regret it for the rest of your life. I just promise you that. Okay? No matter what you go on to do later in life, you might continue to do new things, catch the trends. I want you to walk away. I want you to write that down. Catch the trends. You don't have to be the very first person, and you're not. Social media's been around a little while, but it's getting so big, it's too big to ignore. Now, let me tell you a little bit about myself, where I came from, how I got started in social media, just so you know, I'm teaching you this from actual real life experience. You probably see me on social media, so you already know that I'm doing this stuff. So this isn't a theory or just from some textbook. I'm not a professor or something like that. In fact, I dropped out of college. I started really from the bottom. I didn't have big advantages. I didn't have, parents that owned a business that I could inherit. I was born to a single mom. I built my way here. I'm going to show you how I did that, so that no matter where you're coming from, you'll identify. Okay, so my name's Tai Lopez. Like I said earlier, I was born in the not so nice part of Los Angeles, Long Beach / Compton area. You probably hear about it in hip hop with Snoop Dogg and those guys. And now you might have seen my YouTube stuff. I live around the world, but my main place is in Beverly Hills, kind of my headquarters. But I live in different parts. I like to travel. I like adventure, and I started from the bottom, and I grew my social media business. And I have different social media business. I'm teaching you one specific one that you can do, but I built it to making literally tens of millions of dollars a year. I just keep it at that. I don't think the purpose of life is to brag about money, and it doesn't matter. I make a lot compared to what I used to make, and that's what matters. It's not a competition. There's a lot of people richer than me. There's a lot of people poorer than me. I take every blessing with gratitude, and that's part of why I'm doing this, to share with you. But the reason I'm telling you some numbers is just so you can feel confident that this is something I actually know what I'm talking about. In terms of social media, I saw that Kim Kardashian was on the Forbes list, is making, $50 million, the highest paid social media person out there. And I'm right up there with her. She makes a little bit more. I'm not exactly sure. It's hard to know. And I don't care. I don't compare myself. But if you use the techniques that I'm going to share with you, even if you don't want to do exactly what I'm doing, if you just make a percentage of what, it's great money for you. I never pursued money for money's sake. I just wanted freedom. And so freedom for you might be an extra $1,000 a month. Or you might have higher aspirations and you need an extra 10 grand a month, whatever. Or you might have really high goals. You want to make an extra 80 grand a month. That's $1 million a year. Okay? You're going to have to use these principles right here. That's my strong belief, and I've seen that. So I remember making I remember having $47 in my bank account. Some of you might have heard my story. I did a TEDx talk that's in the top 15 most watched talks in history, and I've had over 1 billion views on my YouTube and Facebook videos, 1 billion minutes watched. So it's actually more than views. It's minutes watched. And so I've told this story. You might have heard it. Don't want to bore you, but I was sleeping on a couch in Clayton, North Carolina, in a mobile home. Didn't even have a house. Did not have a car. I had one I could borrow, but it really wasn't safe. It had a hole in the floor. I was afraid to drive it. I didn't have money for gas. I didn't have a job. I did not have a college degree. I remember just laying on the couch and going, can it get worse? Like, did I mess up? You know, my friends got traditional jobs, and I didn't. And I always had the dream that I'm sharing with you now, but I didn't know how to do it. So I ended up, that's why I said, if you don't follow a blueprint, like a blueprint I'm going to share with you, you can have the right intentions and everything gets messed up. So I went out and I started finding mentors, and they started teaching me this stuff. And this was, before social media was so big, but I started applying their principles to social media. And I remember, started using Google. For the first real internet place you can make money, which you can still use now, was Google. That was before, Snapchat and that. And I bought a program from a guy who actually died, unfortunately. And I remember sitting there, I was making no money. And a guy was saying how he made $28,000 in one day laying on the beach in Hawaii. And I remember thinking, this must be a scam, but I was so desperate. By then I had gotten a little job and was making $1,000 or something a month, or $2,000. I took all I had saved and I bought this program. It cost me, I forget how much. There were some add-ons and options, and it was like $500 to $1,000. I remember thinking, did I just get scammed? But it began to teach me how to use the internet and the beginnings of social media, right? Because social media pretty much started with obviously the internet, but also Google was kind of the beginning, Google AdWords. And so I remember I think it took me about 9 months, and I was making about $8,000 a month. That's 6 figures. I can't remember the exact time frame, but it was about a year, give or take a little bit. And I I remember taking that money and going, this is the most money I'd ever seen. I was able to move out of that mobile home. I moved in with 2 guys. I moved to Raleigh, North Carolina, moved from the boonies to a little nicer place. Didn't have to sleep on a couch, and I rented a room. And then I went out and I got my first car. A lot of people see my Lamborghinis and Ferraris and all that stuff now. I got a couple Lamborghinis, a couple Rolls Royces, Ferrari, Maserati. But boy, I remember the first car I could afford was a Mitsubishi Galant. I remember it was $6,000. And it was payments, and I remember it was like $200 a month, or maybe a little less. And I remember going, wow, how am I going to afford this much money? And I wanted to just encourage you, life can get better. So from there, every year, my income has gone up using principle. I don't know, maybe one year it stayed level, but I'm almost every year from that year by year, my income has gone up. And when I really started to tap into social media, and the stuff I'm sharing with you now is when it began to skyrocket up, okay? So I remember trying a lot of stuff. I remember having failures. I remember spending all my money. I remember all those things that you might feel. I was born to a single mom. My dad was in prison when I was born, in an island called Terminal Island off Long Beach. Thank God my grandmother was around. My mom was able to move back in with her mom, my grandma, and that's why I wasn't dirt poor, because my mom never made more than maybe 20 grand a year growing up. But my grandma was more financially stable, thank goodness. And as real estate went up over the years, she was able to be more financially stable. But growing up, never had much money. On Christmas, I remember when I was young, my mom used to say she had $100 a year for Christmas she'd spend on me. And she got remarried, my stepdad, when I was a little older, and he had a job at the post office, made 40 or 50 grand. And so I remember them telling me they had $300 a year to spend on me for Christmas, $300. And I remember going, that's so much money. So if you're feeling down and out now, like you don't have much money, like the world forgot you, like you missed out, I feel you. I feel your pain. Okay, if you're at a low point, I've been there. So I want you to feel good about that, knowing that you can turn your life around no matter where you live. I've shown this to people in 155 countries. I just counted last year, have learned principles that I'm sharing with you. And men, women, teenagers, 60-year-olds, okay, all ages. I remember once I learned the internet, everything changed. And here's why. And one of the things you're going to learn today that I learned when I bought that program for $500 or $1,000, and I remember getting in the mail and it started teaching me how to use the internet to do marketing. This is, like I said, before social media. Now the opportunity is even bigger. And I started using it. And when that money started coming in, because I could reach more people, I said, this is the real deal. And I've never gone back on that. And every year my income's gone up because now it's better. 10 years ago, not even 100 million people were using the internet. Now, I saw the last estimate is over 1.5 billion people use the internet. So it's a 15 times at least bigger opportunity today for you to get started than it was for me. And I wasn't an expert when I got started. I didn't know anything. What I'm teaching you now, you're going to know more than I knew when I got started. Okay? So, made $100,000. I remember thinking, wow, this is the most money I took on vacation. I'd never been able to take a vacation. I'd gone a little bit with my family, but not much. They didn't have much money. I lived in a mobile home as a teenager, I think from age 14 or 15 to age 18. I spent my high school years living in a mobile home. So I didn't live in some, people see 16,000 square foot big house in Beverly Hills. They think, oh, that Tai's always been like that. Nah, I haven't. So I saw my income go up to six figures, $100,000. I remember thinking, wow, that's so much money. Then I started learning more and more over the year. And then I remember making six figures a month. I remember first time I made $100,000 in 1 month. I thought, wow, that's the most you could ever make. Then I remember putting in the principles, social media, making $1 million in a month. And it just goes up if you do it right. If you do it right. Sometimes, you run into hard times, but I'll tell you this. If you can get your money right, it can change your life. Because it's not just about the money. You can make dramatic changes in your life. You can move out of a junky place you live now, a junky car. You can take a vacation. I went to Puerto Rico. I took some friends. I remember I had just with $7,000 in my bank account, I felt free. Okay? So maybe I'll put some pictures up of where I am now. You've probably seen them all over my social media. So this isn't about me bragging. This is about you changing your life. Okay? So here's a little bit of pictures and there and that, this and that. And like I said, this is not me bragging. That's not cool. I want to show you what's possible. I went from zero to making millions. Went from mobile home to living in Beverly Hills. So what I want you to do is imagine yourself a few years from now, 2-3 years from now. Picture yourself right now, where you are today. Then think what's possible over the next few years. The rapid change that I saw in just a few years is amazing. I mean, it didn't even take a few years to see a change, but like I said, I want to underpromise and overdeliver. And I look at so many people, so many friends, people that didn't change. You got to make the decision that you're going to take action. How would you like to have a transformation like I've had? Think of all the stuff you're missing out on, all the places you should be that you need to get to. So, you might be thinking, oh, well, maybe this just worked for Tai. He's a special case. No. I've helped thousands, even more than that. My programs, I've got different ones. About 150,000 people have gone through them. The amount of testimonials I get has truly blown my mind. And then with this specific training that I'm showing you right here, what we're talking about, let me just go through just a handful of the testimonials that I've got. Just my favorite one I'll just start with is Jaden. When I first opened this up as a test group, he was one of the first people that I let in. And he was a college dropout, 21 years old, lived in Chicago, no college degree, like I said, making zero, didn't even have a bank account. He sent me About 2 months after being in the program, he sent me a screenshot, $34,000 in a new Bank of America account. Now, update, he's making 60 grand a month. There's a guy, let me show you this one. I keep these on my phone because they truly are what make my day. To see just the change that people are having. Where's my favorite one here? One of the favorite ones that I have to say, it's not even the most amount of money. Just read this one. She got a college degree. She couldn't get a job, I think, for over 1 year. When she got that first customer paying her over $1,000 a year, changed her life. Just imagine that. You got nothing. You paid for this college degree. You're broke. Can't get anything. All of a sudden, money starting to pour in. You know. Here's Michael. Just started right away. Making an extra $750 a month. Here's Costa. Closed $3,000 deal and now an $800 deal. So now making $5,700 a month. 19 years old. Brooklyn. Here's a copy of the check. $1,000 they're making. Tavian. $50,000 a month. Oh, I could go through here. I post these every day just because I love when people see that, see these results. It'll encourage you, make you realize that this is not just for one person, you know. Andrew, $10,500 a month. So I've showed you some people making 60 grand a month. I don't even like to show the people making the most because I feel like people think it's fake. You know, if I show you, there's multiple people making over 40 grand a month. 40 grand a month. That's a lot of money. That's $500,000 a year. You know, and they're just getting started. So I like to show just like regular ones, but I'll tell you this. What would an extra $1,000, an extra $2,000, an extra $5,000, an extra $10,000 a month do to your life? I remember it doesn't take as much money as people think to change their life. Just like one bill not having enough can totally depress you. You know, you can't pay. If you're $20 short on your rent, you're out. Well, guess what? Doesn't take much for money to go through the roof. Here's one. Chris, $14,700. I can just go through this all day long. Akim is working 6 hours a week, making $8,900 a month from 4 clients. And they've been in the program less than 2 months. I don't know how long I should read these for, but I have so many because one of the things, I have a private Facebook group. It's only for people in the program where people share. They post pictures of their checks, to verify stuff. Alex Garcia right away got in, was scared to get in the program, made $2,500 back right away. It's not how much you spend, it's how much you make back. Here's another one. Riley Cronin made $9,000 this week and over 25 grand in the past 30 days. Look at the copies of the check right here. So, this is what I'm going to share with you. It's not just my results. It's hundreds of other people, thousands from around the world. I just like to keep the number low. I like to under-promise, over-deliver. So why social media? You're probably thinking, these are awesome results, but how the hell do you make that much money with social media? I thought social media is just, people just posting on their Instagram. Well, I'm going to address that right now. I'm going to show you why I think starting social media marketing business is the best place to start. Okay? So, I'll tell you a story. Not even a story, just something, anecdote. Look, and instead of a story, I'm going to flip it around. Let's flip the switch. Imagine you were 55 years old right now. You own a business. Let's just say a restaurant, or you're a doctor. Remember this. The majority of business owners in the world are people who are older. They're 45, 55, 65 years old. That's a fact. You can Google it. The average age of a successful business. We're focused on successful businesses, right? You don't want to go after clients that have unsuccessful businesses. So the average business making real money, 55 years old. Now imagine you're 55 years old, or your parents or your grandparents. Imagine dealing with them. They start a business or they have a successful business. All of a sudden, this new change comes around. You got Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, YouTube. Would you learn that real quick? Is your mom, grandpa, grandma, are they quick to learning new technologies? No, right? They're slow. But it took my mom forever to figure out just Facebook. I mean, she didn't even know how to use Snapchat. They can't even think about it. So let's say you got this successful business. You're 55 years old. New trends come around, social media. Do you think you want to do them yourself? Of course not. Now, your kids will be telling you, hey, Grandma, Grandpa, you got to start advertising. Everybody's on social media. That's where you can get your new business customers. That's how you can make more money for your business. And you go, but I don't want to learn it. Well, that's the world we live in right now. So guess what? If you can come in and bridge the gap, okay, just at home with an iPhone or a laptop and an internet connection, that's all you need. You can start going to these businesses. Hey, I'll make you more money. Pay me a little bit. One of the people who teaches inside my social media marketing agency, Joe Soto, he has 8 kids, works from home right outside Washington, D.C., told me this story. He went to a restaurant. I think they were in Wisconsin or Michigan, I forget. And there was a bar / restaurant, and they were making decent money. He said, let me come in and help you with social media and Facebook and internet marketing. I said, I don't know if we trust you, And he said, okay, I'm going to show you something. He started doing the things that I'm going to teach you through his social media marketing agency. Guess what? He made them an extra $100,000 a month in sales. $100,000 a month. $25,000 in sales. More people walking in the door, buying food, buying drinks. So guess what? He said, give me some of that money. Pay me $1,000 to $10,000. Now I don't remember the exact number, but I think he's charging them $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month, and they're happy to pay it. Every business owner, if he makes them an extra $100,000, wouldn't they? And with something that they don't know how to do, social media, don't you think they're happy to pay him $5,000? Of course. So he sits at home, talks to him on the phone. He flew out there one time. You don't even have to do that. He's got a client that's going to be with him for a long time. They have rent at the restaurant. They got to pay bartenders. They have to pay bouncers. They have to pay cooks and waiters and waitresses. They're happy. They're excited. They're making an extra $100,000. Well, I'm going to show you how to do that. And you don't even have to help restaurants make an extra $100,000. You don't even, there's all kinds of niches that I'm going to teach you. So, the beauty of this business too, I just want to say, is that the profit margins are so high. Because do you have to own a factory? Do you have to own an office? Do you have to own special equipment to do this? No, you probably already own the equipment. Phone, laptop, internet. That's all you need. That's all you need. So, I want to help you. I want you to get that confidence. You get that first sale, boom. You get started. And the beauty is you probably know more than 99% of business owners because they're 60 years old. And you just knowing how to use the internet, email, you're already ahead of the game. Okay, I'm not telling you that you got to go out and get a college degree to do this. I'm not telling you got to read 100 books. I love books, but social media is so new, there's not even books on this, okay? So with your social media marketing business, you're going to get a ton of freedom. You're going to be able to work from anywhere in the world, your own time. You can control your schedule. You can go on a vacation for a month, bring your family with you, bring your friends. And this is something you can be proud of. It's not some sketchy business on the internet, exploiting somebody, something that's going to be gone in 3 months from now. If your friends, say to you, hey, what do you do? You're not going to say, well, I sell staples on Amazon. You're going to be proud of it. You're going to be like, I help businesses grow. I help businesses. You're going to help employ people around the world or around your neighborhood. You can do it locally. You can do it nationally. You can do it internationally. What's more important than money too is also liking what you do. Be proud of what you do. So this is awesome business. Now, you probably some people who watch this go, I hope it's not you, they go, I'm not cut out to do this, social media, work on my own. I don't know how to do it. You might feel like you don't have the credentials, but it's not true. I had nothing when I started. I had less than credentials. I didn't even have a associate's degree. I didn't have a community college degree. So you don't have to have that stuff. You don't even need an office. Nothing less fancy than that. You can just walk up. You can do it on the phone or email. Talk to businesses. So some people think, you got to meet people in person. You got to do complicated proposals for them. That's not true. A lot of people you're just going to be able to do this by email, by text, by direct message. You could go years and never meet people in person. You can. Sometimes it's fun. Sometimes it's an excuse, a tax-deductible excuse to travel the world. So I'm going to show you how you can get past these misconceptions. You can get started right away. Yeah, and there's, like I said, there's just 3 things you got to know to get started so you can start making 6 figures or whatever the number is you want to try to make. Okay? Now, some people are telling you lots of different stuff, that you have to be good at everything on the internet. And that's not true. Okay? If, in fact, you're trying to do too many things, you can get easily burned out. Okay? You got to focus. So, write this down. Number 1 thing is you have to pick a specific type of customer, a specific niche, and a specific way to present to them. Okay? You got to have the presentation. So some of you might pick doctor's office. Some of you might pick restaurants. Some of you might pick landscapers. Some of you might pick dentists, right? Some of you might pick political candidates to help. Okay? You got to know who you're going to pick, and you got to have the presentation to show them. That's number 1. Number 2, you have to know how to reach potential customers to get them to pay you, right? You can't just pick a niche and not know how to reach them. You gotta be able to get them talking to you. All right? So there's different ways to do that. And number 3, you have to have a system, a way to talk to them so they go yes, and they pull out their money and they start paying you. That's all you need. These 3 things. You're going to have what you need. Start making an extra $1,000, an extra $5,000, an extra $10,000 a month, full-time or part-time. Okay? I want to show you how to do these. Let's keep going through this. This is important stuff. So number 1, picking what to focus on, who to focus on, and how to present to them. Well, why do you need to do this? Simple. Without focus, with no focus, you won't make as much money. People like people who specialize. They respect them more. If you go in a doctor's office and you broke your leg, right? You don't want to deal with an eye doctor. You want a specialist that knows how to fix a broken leg. Same with your customers. If you go in to a restaurant and you decide you want to order restaurants, they're going to respect you more and be more likely to pay you if you say, this is what I know how to do. I specialize in restaurants. Okay? If you're too general, no one's going to respect you and they're not going to want to pay you. Okay? Specific, being focused, very, very important. In fact, if you just think about, let's say, a general doctor makes about, I read, average about $120,000 a year. A generalist, just a doctor, like a regular family doctor. But a brain surgeon makes $500,000 to $1 million because they specialize. So I don't want you to get unfocused. I want you to focus. Focus. And I'm going to help you figure out what you should focus on, because depending on your background, your interests, there's different things that you should focus on. So you're going to get better at closing the deals. You can get better at finding people. You're going to get better at referrals. Okay. If you go too wide, you're just going to get frustrated. So it's my job and this program and this online webinar's job to help you succeed. Okay. So the big money is when you can walk in and you're the best at what you do. You go up to them, you're the king of the hill. You say, you know what? I'm the king here. that's when you'll start seeing the biggest returns. Whether it's working with dentists, whether it's working with landscapers, whether it's working restaurant, whether it's working with construction companies, whether it's working with realtors, whether it's working with insurance and financial people, whatever your background, I'll show you how to do it. Okay? Now, even if you don't have a background, I'll tell you how to pick one. Okay? People are going to start coming to you then. They're going to start referring other business owners. That's one of the key things. You get referrals, then you get free business. Okay? And then no one can compete with you because most people aren't listening to this talk. They're trying to do this on their own. So guess what they're doing? They're going out and going to your customers, but your customers, your businesses that are paying you, they're going to say, are you a specialist? And they're going to say no. And so you're going to have a competitive advantage. Okay? Now, the best way to figure out what you should do, okay, you got to ask yourself, just think back. Peter Drucker, one of the great business teachers, teaches this. Think about your background. What'd you grow up around? If you're young, maybe you haven't met a lot of people, but you might have grown up. What's some family member? What do some friends work around? What interests you? And I'll show you. Start drawing out a list and you see where those intersect. And that's how you find what you're interested in, who you can contact, and then you can start focusing. Right? Then let's say you have a family friend who is a dentist, or let's say you go to your dentist and you get along with them. So then you start just thinking. You can start doing it right now. Like, what's a dentist's ideal customer? What age range? How can I help them find those people? Which social media platform is better? Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat? By the way, I'll teach you more about that. I got a way you can learn more about how to identify. But I'm just giving you the bird's eye view here. Start finding. You can even ask them next time you're there. Or just that people are happy to talk to you. Especially when you show them how to make more money, everybody loves you. That's one of the coolest things about what I'm teaching. So you can do a little research. You can use Google, okay? Then once you start to understand their problems, their biggest needs, where their customers are, how to help them find it, okay? Then when you connect with them, you're going to connect so well that they're going to hire you, okay? And I'm going to teach you how to do this so you could pick any niche, whatever it is you're interested in. There's a simple way. It's basically writing down the answer to this question. You might have heard this. Who, what, where, when, and why. Remember that from school? Who, what, where, why. So you're going to go in your mind. Okay, let's say it's a dentist. Who is their ideal customer? Right? Who? Like age, stuff like that. What? What does their ideal customer want? Do they want teeth cleaned? Do they want cosmetic surgery on their teeth? Then you're going to go, where? Where do they live? Do they live in the country? Do they live in the city? Do they live in apartments? Do they live in houses? Right? Who, what, where, when? You're going to go, when are they online? When's the best time to reach them? Is it at night? Is it on the weekend? Right? And why? Why do they want to go to this doctor? Is it because of their background? Because they're because they're close? Who, what, where, why, when? That's a little trick. You write down those answers, and then when you meet and talk to these doctors in person or on email, all of a sudden, they're going to be like, wow, you already know my needs. And it doesn't even take you that long to do that. Okay? So you could start identifying. A great way to do this is just go to Google. Literally, you go to Google and you just type in things like, ideal dental customer. Believe it or not, simple Google searches like that, and I'll show you there's some other places and blogs and there's some tools that you can use. But it's very, it's so easy, people are blown away. And that's why I said when you catch a new trend, you can make money pretty easily because most people are just too lazy to do this, okay? You could search one of the things that I like to do is you can go to some different websites. There's a website called BuzzSumo, and you could type in keywords and you can look at what the top blogs are. Then you can go on those blogs and just do a little research. So, you could sort by popularity. You could see what gets shared the most. So there's all these simple tricks just using your phone to find out how to identify the needs. And I'll show you this thing that we do. It's called an audit or an evaluation. And when you do that, so when you're on these blog sites, you can look at the comment section, look what people are. You just read through it. It takes 10, 15 minutes. You can go to Amazon. You can look at the 10 most popular books for dentists. And believe it or not, or for realtors. Believe it or not, there's whole book lists out there. You can look at what's the most popular. You could sort by the books on Amazon that get the most 5 stars. Then you can begin to identify, wow, that's what restaurant owners want. That's what doctor's office want. That's what dentists. That's what landscaper. That's what's insurance agent. Okay? So, here's the deal. Now you got to know how to talk to them. All right? You don't want to be too general. So you don't want to call up a dentist's office and say, hey, I'll help you get more customers. I want to help you make more money. Because they've heard that before. You got to be able to say it quickly. There's something called an elevator pitch. Okay? Elevator pitch, basically you want to be able to say in 10 to 15 words, okay? 10 to 15 words, something very specific that they probably haven't heard before. So let's say it's a dentist office. You could say, let's say you live in, New York City. Or let's say you live in a small town in Omaha, Nebraska. You could say, I help dentists in Omaha get 5 new customers a month using Facebook ads. See how that's not that many words? It's not too general. It's very specific. It's something that dentist, when you email them or talk to them on the phone or talk to them in person or direct message them or tweet out to them, that they go, wow, I'd love to have an extra 5 customers. I mean, a dentist is going to make a lot of money per year. One customer might be worth $1,000 to $5,000. If you get them 5 customers a month, they're like, wow. And you're telling them a new way, because odds are, if you live in Omaha, if you live in New York, most dentists don't know how to use social media to get that customer. So when you say it to them, they're like, wow, I don't know how to do that. Sure, let's talk. And it's so specific that is believable. Because if you just say, I'll help you make so much money, that people are skeptical. We live in a skeptical world. Okay? So, if you can't do that, you're going to fail. Just mark my words. Some people are going to listen to this, go out and try it on their own. They're going to fail. They're going to blame me. I'm going to say, no, you didn't do what I said. Okay? So, that's that simple elevator pitch. I teach more about that. But I want to keep going through this. Okay? You could say to a restaurant, I use Instagram to showcase your menu so enticingly that you make an extra $10,000 in sales a week. Because business owners will get that. They probably have tried it Instagram. They haven't done it right. You don't even have to be that good to be better than most restaurants. I mean, it's amazing. So let's quickly recap. I showed you why right now is the best time to start your own social media business. I showed you why having a specific way of presenting to them is so powerful. We talked about some of the myths, that you got to have a college degree, that it's hard, expensive. Okay. And so I've talked about why you can get started using the skills you already have, your background, no matter how young, old you are. I'll show you how to pick a niche, how to define what you're going to be the best at, what you're going to be the king of, and how to present it in such a way that they can't say no. I mean, they could say no, and sometimes they will say no realistically, but they have a hard time. They want to know more. So how's it been going for you? Leave me a comment. You enjoying this? Helping you? Okay. Great. Looks like people are enjoying it. That's awesome. Okay. Let's keep moving on here. Next thing we need to talk about. How to get your first paying customers. All right. This is the thing I'm one of the best at in the world. When it comes to getting people to pay money, I've learned how to do it. I'm an expert. Okay. So I'm going to use the exact process of how to do that. Okay. And this is the same strategy I've been showing people that are getting insane results. I showed you $60,000 a month, $40,000 a month, $20,000 a month, $10,000, an extra $500, whatever that number is. I want you to, just a little note, I want you to make at least an extra 1,000. That's kind of the minimum. So here's the process, start from finish, okay? And 2 ways you can do it. You pick which one, all right? I'll show you one way, and then I'll show you another way. So 1, you start out with a Facebook ad. You target specific businesses. They click on an ad and they come to a landing page website. Then they put their email in, okay? They opt in by putting their email in. Then you show them a quick video where you train them for 10 or 15 minutes. Then you ask them to complete a survey. They complete it. Then you ask them to schedule a call. Then you get on the phone with them, talk to them, and they become paying social media marketing clients. It's a quick overview, okay? That's the only thing you really need to get started. I'm going to walk you through each of these steps. Number 1 thing, Facebook ad. Right now, Facebook's the number 1 place to get clients for your social media marketing business. Man, I've made a fortune off Facebook. Google, off Facebook, off YouTube. And I'm showing all the people who are in this program how to, okay? If you're not used to getting customers, you're leaving a lot of money on the table if you don't know how to do this. There's never been an easier time to target that perfect business online and for so little money. So step 1 in creating this awesome Facebook ad is the targeting. Okay, well, the awesome thing about Facebook is you can be so specific on what you want to target. Let's say you want to target, dentists. So you could select United States dentists, business owners. Then there's a little place on Facebook ads on the right. You can see how many people you can reach. Whatever the number, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000. Then you just run an ad to them. They're going to see it, and you start to get an appointment. So you need to have that focused niche that you go over. Without a niche, you can't target everyone. You're not going to target everyone who owns a business in America. That's over 20 million people. All right? Remember, focus. So then you create an ad. To do that, you just want a very simple ad. You could just say, are you a dentist looking to have new patients? Then you go to Google Images, you search for dentist images, and you will find one that looks good. Boom, you got your ad. You write some words, you call it a copy. The copy is the name of the words. You get your target set up, you get your ad set up, and you're probably going to pay about $1 per click. Every time someone clicks on your ad, you're going to pay Facebook about $1. I'm going to show you why that number is important. Step number 2, you're going to have a page, a landing page. A landing page is a web page that asks people for their email address in exchange for you teaching them something. You can build these in minutes. I'm showing you. Even if you don't have any skill, I'm going to show you a simple way. In 4 or 5 minutes, you can have a page up. You don't need any tech skills. You don't need to know how to do programming. You don't have to code. You can convert people at a rate of, let's say, 20, 30%. What that means is when people come to your page, if 100 people come to the page, 20 or 30 of them will actually enter their email. Okay? Something like this. We could say exclusive free training for dentists, how to track 20 new patients every month, and exclusive free training. Enter your email to get the training. Very simple. Once people come to the page, they enter their, dentists come, they'll enter their email address and show them the training. Like I said with our landing page, you get 20 to 30% conversion rate. So you're going to get leads for $3, $4, $5. So every email address you get costs you $3 or $4 or $5. That's cheap though, lead. So the next step is you've got to have a video. A value video could take you 5 to 15 minutes. You provide a training for them, for dentists. Remember, you can do this for any, I'm just saying dentists hypothetically. Okay? You look at what the problem is for dentists, right? I showed you how to do that research. You create a quick little training, 5 or 10 minutes. You can use PowerPoint. You can actually use Google, has Google Slides. It's free. You don't have to buy it. Use some free screen recording software. In less than an hour, you got your video. You don't even have to be in front of the camera, right? You can just use your voice or use somebody else's. Very low cost. Once you get that recorded, then you start talking about their problem. You want to say, hey, are you a dentist that needs more customers? Are you a restaurant owner needs more? Then you talk about the solution. Here's a proven way. At the end, you talk a little bit about how social media can help them. Then you said, if you want more, I'll help you. And this is where people go wrong. People try to close the sale right away. They're like, hey, enter your credit card, Mr. Dentist, and right away, start paying me. And you got to be careful with that, okay? So most people, it's harder to do that. You can waste $100,000 trying to do that way. So you can just move the conversation offline. You target them, you get their email, you get them to opt in, you do the training video, 15 minutes, you pay $3 or $4, they fill out a survey. If they're a good fit, you ask them like how many clients they have, how much money they're making, because you don't want to call just anybody and waste your time, right? So you get on there, you talk to them, and the last thing you want to do, like I said, you don't want to talk to everybody because not everybody has the money to pay you. Or some people are cocky and they don't think they need you. So you get the survey. I'll show you a simple way to do the survey. And you just ask them simple stuff. Size of your business, how much money, how much staff you have, biggest problem, how committed you are you to fixing this problem. If the survey looks good, then you just call them. If it doesn't look good, you just reject it. Okay? So some survey questions you could ask. Current monthly revenue, what's your target monthly revenue, what's your monthly marketing advertising budget, what do you feel is your biggest obstacle. About 10% of people who view the video, if you do it right, will schedule a call. Okay? That means you're getting applications for $30, $40, $50. You pay $1 on Facebook, cost you $3, $4, $5 for the email, 10% of them convert. That's the cheapest thing ever. Now, the calendar. You set up, I've got special software that they schedule their calendar. So you don't have to go back and forth texting them like, when should I call you? It just, boom, it sends them a reminder, all that stuff. So you just check your phone, boom, time to call Bob. Okay? So it connects to Google Calendar, and you can set it when you do or don't want to talk. It's awesome. You can see something. Then it comes a page that says, schedule your session with you, Then they select a date, a time, boom, boom, boom. You're paying $30, $40, $50 per conversation. So then the last point, you talk to them. You figure out what their problem is. You see if you can help. You make them an offer every day. People are going to be wanting to talk to you. Then you get on the phone, talk to them 30, 40 minutes. Give them a script. I'll give you a script. At the end, boom. You make an offer to work with them and become a client. And if you follow the proven process, okay, 25% of people you talk to on the phone are going to sign up and become clients. 1 in 4. What's that mean? Is you're paying about $100 to $150 of marketing to get a new customer. $1 to click, $4 or $5 an email, $30, $40, maybe $100, $150. So do the math. It's insane. How would you like to pay $100, $150 to make back $1,000 or $5,000 or $2,000 or $10,000? That's huge. You're 10xing your money right away, 100xing your money. It's the secret to making money is knowing how to invest. I know that sounds like exaggeration, but it's not. It's what people doing every day following this formula. Okay? You'll know every day you're going to make money. Everything in your business runs like clockwork. You know down to the dollar how everything's going to work. You don't have to hope about it. You don't have to worry. You don't have to be stressed out. Okay? Hope doesn't work. Just crossing your fingers and go, oh, I want to make more money. That's not the solution. I hope this is a awakening for you. But you got to have a system. You need that system. Like I said, you got to plant a seed to reap a harvest. That's people forget that. Okay? That was a big breakthrough for me. When I didn't have a system to get new customers, you don't make money. Okay? So it's going to fall apart. Business is going to collapse. But when you get this right, you can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20, even 30 new customers reaching out to you, asking you for help. And then you just cherry pick the very best ones you want to work with. Just imagine every day new people wanting to pay you money. Completing your forms, want to talk to you. Get on the phone with you, you talk to them, close your business, boom. You're finally making money. Now, how well does this work? Well, if I want to sell social media marketing packages, I'm showing people how to do this. You can make your calendar look like this, like a hobby. You can turn it up, you can turn it down. If you want to take a vacation, you just don't make as many spots available on the calendar. People making you'd be surprised how much money people make fast using this. So how'd you like to be able to do that? How'd you like total predictability? You're making money on demand. That's the system allows you. Every single day, you could have 1, 2, 5, 10, 15 potential customers reaching out to you. You cherry pick the very best ones, every single day. You can make an extra $10,000 a month or more. I've seen people do it in a week, And the thing is, most of it's profit. You don't have to hire a whole bunch of employees. You don't have to hire any if you don't want to, There's a lot of people that say how much money they make, but how much money you keep, right? So if you make $100,000, your expenses are $10,000. You've kept $90,000. Doesn't even have to be that good, but there's people that I knew a guy. He was so cheap, he hardly spent any money. It's just marketing money. You can go to Starbucks and use their internet. Now, key thing. Let's talk about how to price this all. The secret to pricing is to forget about what it costs you. Okay, because if it doesn't cost you much money, you might not charge much money. No, think how much it's worth to them. Okay, if your potential customer is a dentist and they need more customers, and having more customers is going to save their business, it might be worth $50,000 to $100,000 a year to them. Okay, it's not just worth what you're paying. So you solve the right problem, people will pay you. Okay, when you choose the right niche and you solve the problem right, you can get plenty of businesses that'll pay you $1,000 to $10,000 a month. Okay, so if they pay you, let's just say $2,500 a month times 12, right? You're making $30,000 a year from one customer. That's just one. So I want to show you how to put together that package, because that's the key. If you're just charging $100, that's not really going to change your life. Okay? So let's do the math. Let's say you get 4 customers. All right? Per month, every single month. Let's say they're paying you, let's just go low. Let's say they're averaging, because you got different price packages, $2,000 a month. That's $8,000 a month for you. Over the course of the year, that's basically $100,000 a year from just 4 businesses paying you. Okay? 4. You do that right, that's going to be effortless if you do it right. So, when people work with this program, it's amazing how they get to $100,000. How quickly they get to them. Some just want to do part-time. They just want an extra $20,000 a year, an extra $40,000. So you got to follow the precise plan. I call it the rule of 10. Figure out how to make an extra $1,000 a month. Once you figure that, you figure out how to make an extra $10,000. And then if you're real ambitious, you can try to make an extra $100,000 a month. You want to make $1 million a year. But that's let's not get ahead of ourselves. Okay? Now, key thing. You've got 2 places you can go from now. 2 options. Option number 1 is you can take what I taught you and you can just do this on your own. You can take all the notes, all right? You can go start your own social media marketing business. You could spend tens of thousands of dollars, probably hundreds of thousands of dollars figuring out all the details, because there's more. I've given you I'm not training you for 10 hours, but you could go out and learn this on your own. It could be a little frustrating. You waste a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years of your life. Okay? That's an option number 1. Option number 2 is you can learn a proven system from somebody who not just use social media to make money, but is a master of it and the best in the world, or one of the best in the world. So right now you can start your own consulting business the hard way with years of guesswork, spend a lot of money investing, or you can learn it directly from me with total predictability. That's your 2 options. So I want to introduce you to something, okay? My social media marketing agency training program, okay? The program. It's going to show you how to start a wildly profitable 6-figure social media marketing business and get your first high-value client in the first month or 2. It's designed for speed. It's designed to get you customers so you can make money quick. Okay? It's a 4-month online course that goes every detail you need, you're going to learn. Everything you need to know step by step. There's a plan. You follow the instructions. You check the boxes. You get this done. You get clients. You got a real business. Training program, here's what you're going to cover. It's a quick overview. In the very first part, you are going to learn how to pick a specific market, okay? You're not going to be a generalist. You're going to get this mastered. Then the next thing is that I'm going to show you how to do the calls, okay? How you get the customers. There's another way to do it too. I talked about the Facebook one. There's another way using audits and evaluations that I like a lot, okay? That's another thing you'll learn. That's going to be a bonus inside there. I'm going to give you my script on doing both of those ways, okay? Next, you're going to get the quickest ways to get customers. That's what you need, okay? I'm going to show you how to do it without even having to do Facebook ads. So you don't even have to spend any money because Facebook costs you a little bit of money. I'll show you how to make the money and then you can invest some of it back into Facebook. Next thing, you're going to learn how to set up the machine of getting customers, okay? Then the next step, I'm going to show you how to use Facebook and different social media marketing campaigns to get your customers for yourself. Okay? Then the next thing, I'm going to show you how to do the marketing and the social media for your customers. Because you might be watching this not knowing anything about it. I'm going to show you how to do it, how to use Instagram, how to use Twitter, how to create brand videos for them using just your iPhone or having them do the work for you. Okay, I'm going to show you how to use YouTube. So I'm not only going to teach you how to get customers, I'm going to teach you how to do this stuff for them. I'm going to show you then how to scale your business up. Once you get a taste of making money, you might want to go up, 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 up. You might want to be like one of the first people who ever got in the program, Jaden, you might want to try to make 60 grand a month. Or you might just be happy making 1 grand a month. You know, it depends on your goals. So you can get a lot of details. I'm going to show you the specific niches. I'm bringing in the top trainers. So it's not just me teaching because I only know so much. No one person knows everything. I'm bringing in my business partners, my friends, affiliates that I know. I fly them into my office in Hollywood and I'm like, will you share your stuff? And they're sharing this stuff with you. This stuff they would never share with anybody, but they're doing it as a favor to me. Okay? I'm going to show you how to get paid from customers between $1,000 to $10,000, how to create different packages. There's a 4 pricing package I like. $1,000 a month, $2,500 a month, $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, okay? Most people are going to spend years just trying to figure out this stuff. You're going to learn it right away, okay? This is the foundation of your business. So if you go at this alone, try to pick your own niche, try to just, build out your whole pricing, your whole service package, you're going to mess it up. It's going to take you years to figure it out. But you're going to get mastered right away. It's a 4-month program, but you don't need the full 4 months. I just want to give you extra support. A lot of people are getting their first customer, in the first week, in the first 2 weeks, in the first 3 weeks. Okay? You have to realize, I've used social media to make tens of millions of dollars, both for businesses I own and for others. Okay, that's what I'm going to teach you how to do. In order for me to learn that, took years and years and took millions of dollars, over $10 million I invested to learn this stuff. You could try to learn on your own. You could spend the years. You could spend the 10 million bucks, but it's so much easier when someone does it for you. I'm going to give you my actual script, my actual training on sales, on the actual way of setting up the internet marketing for them, to set up the email. I'm bringing in the best people. It's gonna blow your mind. Can't tell you how many people have written me after I let them in this program, just going, "This is the greatest thing I've ever seen." Okay, I'm serious. You could see it if you're on my Snapchat, social media. Last couple months, you've been seeing it. That's part of why I opened this back up. I had it closed, but people were just like, "This is insane." I'm gonna show you the script, the training, examples of calls. I'm gonna show you how to accept credit cards so they can pay you. You can do it on the phone, online. There's different ways so you can get that set up. That's important. You want to start getting money, all right? Start signing up. I'm gonna show you how to get a merchant account, all right? And I'm gonna give you access to some ways if you don't have great credit, You know, I'm going to give you a shortcut for taking credit cards online. Okay? So this is a little trick. Don't share this with everybody. So whether they have Amex, MasterCard, Visa, they're still going to be able to pay you. You want to be able to take money, boy. That's the first rule. If someone wants to pay you, make sure you can take that money or you're going to be very sad. So if you mess this up, you're going to get clients and get all the way to the dollar part, then they're not going to be able to pay you, and it gets all messed up. You're going to leave thousands or tens of thousands of dollars on the table. I want to show you how to be the master of this, okay? I'm going to show you how to get the customers organically through referrals. That's huge because it's great to be able to get them by doing marketing and stuff, but it's also better if they just refer their friends to you, okay? There's different ways. I'm going to show you different ways. You can use mail, regular old school mail. There's some techniques just to send a letter to people. I'm going to show you how to talk to them in person. I'm going to show you how to do it through email. I'm going to show you how to do it through Twitter. Believe it or not, it's huge. People don't realize. You got to remember, I got a pretty big following. I got 1.9 million Instagram followers. I got 500,000 Twitter followers. I have 4 million Facebook fan page followers and likes. I got Snapchat. They don't show you exactly how many followers, but I have one of the biggest Snapchats in the world. So I'm going to show you a lot of stuff that no one else can show you. Okay? Now, people have tried to do this, and a lot of times they take a year to get their first social media marketing customer to pay them. But not with this. I'm going to get you rocking and rolling here. Month or two, boom, you're going. Where you got more business. One of the things Jaden told me is now his biggest problem, I actually flew him out. You might have seen the video in the Snapchat. He said his biggest problem now, he's got this machine of customers coming to him. He doesn't know, he feels bad turning them down. He's turning down money. That's the best situation to be in life. So you can just swap out what I've shown other people, apply to your situation, show you how to do that. Boom, you get the same results. You try to do this on your own, it's going to take at least $200-300. If you try to build this money-making machine, this business-generating machine, it could take you maybe more. It's going to cost you $50,000 to $100,000. Okay, I'm just going to hand this to you on a silver platter. I'm going to get you up and running within the first month. Give you the templates, you upload them, boom, you go. Within a month, you got your niche, you know how to sell, you got your clients, they're referring people to you, you're doing a good job for them with what you learn. You're using Facebook sometimes, you're using my audit and evaluation, free evaluation. That's a whole nother thing I didn't have time to get to, so much to cover. But you're learning this all on your phone, you know? But the difference is now you got freedom in your life. You got money pouring in, okay? I'm going to show you how to set up those Facebook ad targeting, how to build the ads, how to word them. I've literally spent more money on internet advertising than almost anyone in the world. I was one of the original people doing Google ads, one of the original people doing Facebook ads. I'm not sure because Google won't tell me, I'm almost the biggest YouTube advertiser in the world. No one else can show you this stuff. No one. Even Google, they fly down YouTube reps once a month. They fly 2 to 3 people if I'm in town. Sometimes they didn't come this month because I was in Europe, just traveling, enjoying life. But almost, they send them 6 to 12 times a year. And guess what? They ask me questions because this is so cutting edge. No one knows how to do it. I'm not telling you this to brag. I'm telling you to get excited. You're going to catch a trend from a trend. You're going to catch a trend that almost no one's caught yet. Okay? So I'm going to boil all this stuff down, what I've learned. And I've wasted millions of dollars. I don't want you to waste that much money. I've hunted down the best people in the world, and I've flown them in to be training you. Okay? You could try this on your own. I'm telling you, the network of people that I know is one of my biggest tools. That's going to be one of your biggest tools. See, it's not just an asset for me. It's going to change your life. Okay? I'm going to show you how to scale. I'm going to show you how to get other people doing the work for you. That's the beauty, is how you can do this. At the beginning, you do the work. Eventually, you outsource it to other people. Okay? I'm going to give you samples of how to do contracts and proposals, terms and conditions. Okay? I spent money with attorneys. God knows how much money I spent on attorneys. I'm going to give you that insight. I have attorneys that cost me $1,000 an hour. Okay? My legal bills are crazy number. I don't want you to have to do that. My goal in life is help other people, not just be all about myself. So I want to show you how to position yourself as an expert, get those high prices. I don't want you, people don't know how to do this, and they price themselves at $100 a month. At $100 a month, you have to get 10 customers just to make $1,000 a month. You have to get 100 customers to make $10,000 a month. That's not 100 customers. That's a lot of work. If you price it right, you just change your pricing, everything changes. That's why billionaire Charlie Munger, the business partner Warren Buffett, says it's where most businesses go wrong. They misprice things. So, like I said, let's take a look at this timeline. First, you're learning how to pick your specific niche. Number 2, you're learning how to make the presentation. 3, how to get customers. A month into it, you got customers coming to you, you're getting your first customer. Then you're continuing to learn. But you're already making your money back right there. All right? We keep going. I'm showing you how to do Twitter, how to do Instagram, how to do email, how to do YouTube. And it might sound overwhelming. It's not, because I'm going to give you the shortcuts. You don't have to use Twitter for every customer. I'm going to show you when to use YouTube, when to use Facebook, when to use Instagram. This is going to help you so much. Okay? Now, on top of that, I'm going to give you access, and this is a huge thing, to a private mastermind, private community of people who are doing the same thing. And that's the key thing. A private Facebook group. You need help, you post, boom, they're answering you back right away. So even if I'm not there, I'm busy that hour, you need help, the community is insane that I've already created for this. Okay? So people meeting their business partners, they're getting clients, they're getting encouragement when they feel down. Okay? So I'm giving you access to this when you join too. I'm giving you the ability to team up with each other, to be accountability partners. Okay? It's great to have accountability. It's great to be encouraged. That's one of the reasons people fail. They think they're doing it all alone. Okay? And it's optional. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to, but I recommend it. Okay? So, no one else is doing this stuff. I'm an expert at it. You can see my numbers. You can see my results. And I want to take those results, not just to benefit me, but I want them to benefit others. That was always my plan. Social media, it's not just benefit me, benefit you too. There's enough for everybody to do well in this world if we're unselfish. Okay? So here's what you're about to get. You're going to get the social media marketing 4-month online course. I'm going to give you a little certification at the end. You're going to get access to this online Facebook community. Okay? You're going to get real life examples of how this is done. So you can model what's working from scratch. Trial and error, all eliminated for you. You're going to get all this today. Do the math for yourself. Years, at least 3 years of time you'll waste if you try to figure out something out. How much is that worth to you? You're going to mess up if you try it on your own. It's going to be constant mistakes, constant waste of money. You're going to spin your tires. You're going to get frustrated. You're going to get discouraged. You're going to give up. The average business owner doesn't even last 3 years. 90% of businesses are done in between 3 to 5 years. Most of them even earlier. Okay? You're going to waste time. You're going to turn off customers. Your family's going to be bothered. You know? Even if you figure out how to get in front of customers to talk to them, you're going to mess it up because you're not going to know what to say. You're not going to know what to price it. Okay? So, in summary, here's what you're going to get. You're going to get the social media marketing training program, the 4-month online course. Now, the normal price for this accelerator is $3,997. Okay? If you wanted to purchase it yesterday, another day, pretty much any other day, access is going to cost you right at $4,000, $39.97. Okay? Now, on top of that, you're going to get access to an active community of others doing this. That every day, normal price, if you want to join tomorrow or yesterday, to get that mastermind, that's an extra $2,000. Okay? You know, just get $2,000. So now you got $6,000. So I mean that. I've had masterminds. I did one at my house. I charged $25,000 a year to be in it. You can ask people. You've seen it. I'm sure you've seen it on my YouTube. So that community is valuable. So you get real life examples of how this stuff's done. So you can model off what's currently working. instead of just starting from scratch. Now, if you add all this up, it costs $59.94, almost $6,000. Now, if you were to purchase it yesterday, tomorrow, any other day, $6,000. People are willing to pay me this much. Like I said, people pay me $25,000, $50,000. I've had people pay me $100,000 to teach them the things I know. $100,000. That's true. But I want to change that right now. I want to make a special offer for you right now on this webinar. This is a special offer for today. Okay? You're going to get the Social Media Marketing Agency 4-month certification. You're going to get the access to the active online Facebook private group. No one getting access to this. Okay? I'm going to give you access to that. The mastermind alone, the Facebook group alone is worth more than what I'm going to put this price at. You see exactly what I mean as soon as you get access. You get real life examples of how it's all done. You don't have to do trial and error. You don't have to waste time. So the special price for you as today's webinar attendee is only $9.97 today. You can pay one payment, or we have it, you can split it up and pay 4 monthly payments. Okay? So you're gonna do 4 monthly payments. We just divide it up. It's a little bit more if you divide it, but I even created a payment plan. Okay? You pay one payment today, one payment in 30 days, and then the next 30 days after that until all 4 payments are done. Okay? Pay up front, or I even split it up. Now, what is vitally important for you to think about right now is not the price, but what it gets you. Like I said earlier in this webinar, this program shows you how to create your own consulting offer. Okay? Which is between $1,000 and $10,000 a month. Don't price it, none of them pricing it below $1,000 a month. I have a very strict rule on that. If you price your offer at $1,000 to $10,000 a month and use the system, you're going to be able to get clients quickly, and your first client pays off the whole access to this program. One client. Then you got access to this rest of this training pretty much free. See, it's not how much you spend, it's how much you get back. Every month after that, and you still got the client. The client's still paying you $1,000 to $10,000 a month. You're making a profit. Like I said, don't think about the price. Think about what it gets you. You invest the money, you get a predictable system to get clients, you get your first client, you pay off the program, and you start making a profit. If you do this program, you're going to get your first high-paying client worth at least $1,000 a month within the first 42 days of starting. If you do this program, take the action, and you don't get a high-value client worth at least $1,000 a month, I'm going to give you a full, immediate refund. I'll let you keep the entire course, access to the mastermind, and everything. And then I'm going to cut you a check for $100 as my way for apologizing for wasting your time. $100 on top of this. If you do this and you get a client, you're making a profit. And you pay back the course quickly. If you do this program and you don't get a client, which is unlikely, then you get to keep the training, you get to keep access to the mastermind, I give you a full refund, and I even give you $100 on top of that as my way for apologizing. There's no possible way you can lose here other than by not trying out. The only way you can lose is by not giving this a go today. Because if you try this and it doesn't work, which is unlikely, you get the program, you get your money back, you get an extra $100. If you do this program and it works, which is most likely, then you're making profit and your life has changed forever. You can enjoy a lot of freedom and everything. Like I said, I stand behind this program 110%. It's my life work. That's why I'm not afraid to make this bold guarantee to you. So, all right, here we go. You can get started right now for just $9.97 today. Or you can split it up into 4 monthly payments of just $297. That's one payment of $297 today, one payment of $297 30 days, and then payments of $297 every 30 days until the full payments are made. You can pay right now for $9.97 and you save yourself some money. If you can join for $9.97, I recommend you do that. You'll save yourself some money. If you can't, you split it up over the 4 monthly payments. So to get started right now, I've got the URL displaying on the screen. It's tailopez.com/go. That's tailopez.com/go. I'm not like the other people who just let everybody in. Then they can't manage it. You know, I believe in quality over quantity. I like to launch my programs small, see what's going on, see if I can get it work, these test groups. So one of the reasons why I've been able to get my students such big results, because I didn't let too many people do it. So you're not competing with each other. Okay? So we have 100 seats available today. It's a very real number. It's going to sell out extremely fast because, like I said, this is the first time I've sold it for this price point. Usually it's 4 or 5 times the price. Now, if you have any trouble purchasing at all, you got a question about joining, if you're trying to sign up right now and you're having issues, just shoot us an email. I'll put my email right there. Okay? You should see that. Just shoot me an email. So here's what you get. You get the Social Media Marketing Agency Training Program. It's a 4-month certification. Okay? You can do it in less than 4 months or longer. It's just a recommended time so you're not too stressed out. Okay? You can take 6 months if you want. Any other day, this is going to cost you $4,000. Okay? And I'm going to give you the community, the Facebook private access. That's going to cost you $2,000. If you buy this tomorrow and the other day, you're going to pay $6,000 for this program. And there's no split payment options on other times. So if you want to join tomorrow or next week, it's $6,000. No split pay. For today only, it's $997 or 4 monthly payments of $297. You get the 4-month online course, access to the mastermind. You get the ability to team up with accountability partners. You get that surety knowing that you can implement this stuff. You're 100% protected and safe with your money back guarantee. If you buy the program, you go through the training, you don't get a client, you get a full refund. You get access to training. You get to keep the access to the mastermind. You get a check from me for $100 for apologizing for wasting your time. The only way you could possibly lose here is by not trying it. This is $6,000 value. You're getting a one-time special offer of $997. So this is going to change your life. Okay, what I want to do right now is answer some questions. So if you have any questions, just write them down in that question box on the chat, in the chat there on the side. So I'm going to just start scrolling through some questions and answering them. All right, Dave says, can I do this program from anywhere and whenever I want? Yep, Dave, you can. Doesn't matter where in the world you are. You can log into this training program. All you need is the internet. Do it on your own time. It's totally up to you. There's no hard and fast rule like you got to do it. It's not like going to college or something. Okay, so it's all pre-recorded, so you got freedom to do that. Adam says, can I fit this program in around a regular 9-to-5 job? Awesome question. Absolutely. You got a 9-to-5 job, you have business, time commitments, family, whatever. You could just fit this training in around that. Okay. You're looking at 2, 3, 4 hours a week. That's it. I mean, it's nothing. So you can even do it less, some people. So doesn't matter if you got that. You can fit this in. All right. Let's see. Julia said, I don't know what to focus on, what niche to focus on, what type of clients. Good question, Julia. This training, we've gone through everything pretty quick, so I don't expect you to be able to figure it out just from the talk I just gave, and just because I didn't have time. So it's going to take a little bit of work. So recommend trying it. Most people who start into this program have absolutely no idea what type of customers they're going to go after and who would they be best. So 90+% of people who work with this have no idea really what to do, what to offer, what services, how to do it. So that's the whole point of building this, is that, in the first week, I'm going to just show you all kinds of stuff. So you go from knowing nothing to knowing more than almost anyone in the world. I know that sounds crazy, but this is so cutting edge that there's really no competition. All right. So Luke said, I want to join. How does the split payment work? Okay, Luke, good question. Basically, I used to just go, forget about it. I'm just going to charge what it's worth. And then I just realized I don't want to make the rich richer. I want to help everyday people like you and me. When I got started, I was just, in a mobile home. So if you want to split it up, you can just pay $297 today. Then 30 days later, you pay the next $297, the next 30 days, $297. That gives you time to make money back, right? You can pay it off over 4 months. So you get started for just $297. You get your first client before the next payment comes in. Boom, you do the math. So you'll save money by just paying it up front now. So if you got the money, you might as well be smart and just pay the full $997. But if you don't, just split it up. Okay? All right, let's see. Lucia says, how much time do you need to dedicate? Like I was saying a little earlier, 3-4 hours. Okay, we get to the point. It's not a lot of theory. It's actionable stuff. It's a proven action plan. Okay, so More questions coming in. Okay. You know what I want to do? I want to share some results. Okay? Let's talk results, because I don't think anybody out there that's giving you, no one's giving you something like this, a program like this. So just as a quick recap, college dropout, I'm broke, I'm in a mobile home, can't even afford a room, sleeping on a couch, no car, no girlfriend, really every advantage that you'd think you'd have. The only advantage I had was I was open-minded, and I wasn't a procrastinator. So many people procrastinate, it's crazy. But material things I didn't have a rich mom or dad that could just get me started in business. And I started using the principles of internet social media marketing, and I remember about 9 months I had made right around 72 grand. With about a year I was making 6 figures, and literally every year from there went up. And I remember going from making 100 grand a year to 100 grand a month. And I remember going from making 100 grand a month to making $1 million a month, and even beyond. Like I said, I don't like to brag about how much money I make, but that with social media, not many people in the world have figured out up to this point, but more people will. I just caught the trend early. So maybe you'll be one of those people who just massively surpasses me. That'd be great. This is all facts. So it wasn't like I just said, oh, let me get into social media so I could teach other people to do social media. I made money for myself and my businesses using social media. Okay? I got named Entrepreneur Magazine, named me number one social media in 2017. You can see that. You can Google it. So, yeah, that's why I'm so excited about this, because it's something I've tasted, I've touched, So, now, what have I been able to do for others? Let me just read you this stuff. It's very interesting. I decided I'm going to document 300 people I've taken from rags to riches. From 0 to 6 figures to 7 figures to millionaires. I just did a big social media influencer party at my house, and I had the last one I did, I had 1,100 of the biggest social media influencers in the world. I think we did the stats. If we would all post on our Instagram, it'd reach something like 1 billion people or 500 million people, some crazy number like that. And the guy just came up to me. I didn't even know him. I hardly know him now. He contacts me every once in a while. He said, I want you to know, Tai, 2014, I was broke, and I began to watch your stuff and learn from you, and I became a millionaire in 1 year. And then he said, I make $500,000 a month now. You just want to thank me. And I can't tell you, I post a lot of time on Snapchat. Not everybody becomes a millionaire from my stuff. But now I'm actually going through the process of inviting people who I've helped, because I'm reached 155 countries, and I have over 100 million people a year follow my stuff. And I'm flying them in so my lawyer can actually document and get this all down. So it's awesome. Like I said, Jaden Gross, sorry, not Smith. He went 21 years old. Within 2 months, he made over $30,000. He didn't even have a bank account before. Sent me that screenshot. That was the beginning of my friendship with him. Now, he just literally texted me. He's making over $60,000 a month. He's still 21 years old. 21. It hasn't even been 6 months. He says his biggest problem is he doesn't know, should he go on vacation? Should he hire more people? He has the greatest problem in the world, the problem of, prosperity. I want you to have that. There's no reason it has to only be him. It's just, there's no reason. Here's Kyle Robbins. Tai, just closed our 7th client at $1,500 a month. 7 clients. If you have 7 clients at $1,500 a month, that is over how much? That's over 10 grand a month. 6 figures. That makes me smile every single day, because I know that at the end of the day, it's not how much money you make, not how much you do for yourself, even though it is important to take care of yourself. But what's truly important is helping others too. And that's what's so great about this business. You're going to help other business owners make money. They're going to come to you and say, you changed my life. You know? And it's the ultimate win-win. You're making money as you do this. Here's a story I love. Megan, this is from Josh Romano. Landed my first client, $14.97 a month, plus they're paying me $500 for ad spend. 2 pizza places. He decided to focus on pizza places. It's a great opportunity. I have a friend who owns a franchise, multimillionaire for pizza. Number one problem, he can't get enough people in the door. He wants to sell more pizzas. He's open to any idea that makes him more money. If you had that elevator pitch and you had come to him, he's yes. He'll try anything. Businesses need customers. You're going to make money while helping others. That's what I want to get you excited about. That's my goal. Okay? I love this one. One of the cool things is that it's not just men, it's not just women, it's not just Americans, it's not just Europeans, it's not just older people, it's not just younger people, it's all ages. And that's one of the things that's cool about this, because a lot of people go, Tai, I'm maybe too young. Well, here's the beauty of social media. Everybody expects young people know how to do it. So business owners won't, if you try to be their accountant, they'd say you're too young. But they don't think you're too young to manage their social media, you see? Here's Mitch Gonzalez. Hey, what's up? Just closed another client. I'm at $6,500 a month. $6,500 a month. He's working with real estate agents. See, he decided that, you know how many real estate agents there are in the world? And what's the number one problem for real estate agents? They don't know how to get more customers. If you can manage their social media and internet marketing and email marketing, guess what? That's what they'll do. They will pay you. Here's a cool one. Look at this. This is from Luan Slilt. It's hard for me to pronounce his name. Today I reached a milestone at 26 years of age. Okay. A major deal for a company managing their social media for 4 years. He said he only made $24,000 last year, and here's what he sent. His bank statement with $214,000 in it, and a check for $53,000 from one customer, and $161,000. Isn't that amazing, the world we live in? That you can travel around the world, you can be from anywhere, and hopes and dreams still happen. So this training's awesome. This is just the start of it. I've helped so many people. That one of the biggest things I've done, I have had to hire 2 people full time just to manage the testimonials, go out, fly people in. I've got 2 people on my staff. That's what they do. They buy plane tickets, or they reach out to them on the phone and get the full story. Here, I'm going to show you. Let me play for you a few videos of just a few people what they're saying, just so you can see with your own eyes. It's important that you see with your own eyes, hear with your own ears.
I needed to start learning from somebody who had what I wanted in life. So I bought the course. Fast forward to now, March of 2017. I'm doing over $60,000 in gross monthly sales. I have over 30 staff members, and I'm working in 3 different states: California, Illinois, and Florida.
So before I started the social media marketing course, I was earning a few $100 here and there, $1,000 here and there, just to get by whatever I could. Sometimes it was okay, like money, sometimes it wasn't. But I joined the social media marketing course with Tai Lopez to basically just try to see if I could create something that was more sustainable and more ongoing. And yeah, basically in the last few months we've seen up to $60,000 Australian in the period of 30 days. Which works out to be, I think, around like $46,000 USD. But for us, that's absolutely incredible. You know, it's still changing our lives.
My name's Riley Cronin. Tomorrow I turn 24 years old. It's night and day compared to where I was at before taking these courses and having my own agency. I didn't go to college out of high school. I went straight into network marketing. I basically said, screw school, I don't want to do that. When I came across your course, it was a no-brainer for me to jump at it and do whatever it takes to get the money together to do it, because I saw it as something that could be a vehicle for me. And it's worked out so far. I've made $49,777 to date total. Last week I had my highest week at $9,009. And in the past 30 days, I cleared over 30 grand.
So, and then cut back to this. So as you can see, I literally have over 100 of these, you know. This program, I'm going to show you how to make more money in a month than you might have ever made in a year. As Jaden, as these people have said, this program's completely changed our life. I go out there and meet them. You could see them on my YouTube, fly them in. So I run these competition. You know, anyone who, I call it my 300 group. I saw that movie 300, you know, about 300 Spartan warriors, and I say, you go rags to riches, I'm gonna fly you in. I want you to be in my 300, no charge. I'll pay for it for you to fly in, and I want to meet you. You know, that's, like I said, I do this more. It's not just about me making money. So I want to change everything for you. I want to help you get to 6 figures, even maybe 7 figures. I want you to come hang out with me. I do these hangouts, you know, usually once a month, depends on when I'm traveling. Come to Beverly Hills, come to wherever I am, San Diego, New York, Europe, London. So none of these are made up. These are all real. 100% legit. My lawyer would kill me if we changed even one word. So if you join this program, you get to 6 figures, come hang out. I have a special competition, especially if you get to 7 figures. Yeah. So maybe we can go out in the jet. No, I'll take private jets sometimes if I don't feel like taking a commercial or it's too much of a pain. Actually got somebody that's coming, an affiliate. I'm going to take them in a helicopter with me. So here's the offer once more. Get started right now for one payment of $997. You can split it up into 4 monthly payments for $297, $297, $297, and $297 for a total of just 4 months. To get started, just go to this link right there. There's more information, everything you need to read. So just put in that website and then put /go. That website /go. You go to that URL right now. Just type it in. You can click a button too. There's a button, sir. There's information there about enrolling, everything you need to know. Look, we only have 100 seats available. It's a real number. I'm looking through the questions right now. We are selling this thing. We've already made a lot of sales, people getting in the program, claiming their spots. You can see a lot of people in the comments saying, I just got in. You made an awesome decision. I'm really looking forward to working with you. Sam, Alexa, it's going to be awesome. You made an excellent decision. I can't wait. Guys, this is definitely going to sell out. It's a fact. For other people out there, saw this offer, priced at $6,000, all the way up. Like I said, all the way people paid over $100,000. People saw this, it would just go bam. It will be sold out. So this is going to sell out. That's a fact. We're selling out right now. So if you want to join, just type in that website and put the /go. If you don't put in the /go, you're not going to see this special offer. So if you have any trouble purchasing at all, any questions, just send an email to this support email. We'll get you taken care of right away. It's right there on the screen. Once again, you're going to get access to the 4-month social media marketing agency certification program, usually at $4,000. You're going to get access to the private Facebook mastermind. It's usually $2,000. You get access. You get access to an accountability partner. You're 100% protected, safe, and covered. The only way you could possibly lose is by not trying this out, because you get 110% money back guarantee. It's usually $6,000, but for today only, it's $997 or 4 payments of $297, and we are selling out. If you have any questions, write them in the question box. I'm gonna jump back to some questions. All right, let's see. Luis says, I'm joining. How can I pay? All right, awesome, Luis. Looking forward to working with you. We accept Visa, Amex, Discover, so all the credit cards. Depending on where you are, like I said, you can do the multi-payment plans. Pretty much, any normal way to pay, we can do that. So you can make it happen. You can make it happen. So, okay, here we go. All right. Jerry says, can you show the math on making $100,000 again? Yeah, this is the easiest thing. So I'm just going to freestyle this right there. So let's just do the spreadsheet. If you start in month one with $0, okay, and then we help you put together this package, you're selling it for, let's just say, $1,000 a month, okay. So if you want to add $3,000 a month to your income, right, just $3,000 in your first month, you just need 3 clients. Now, because I'm going to show you how to have multiple price packages between 1 and 10,000, more realistically, you're going to average make about, let's say, $1,500 a month. So then you only need 2 clients to make $3,000. Okay, so you get 8 people on the phone, less than 1 a day. You generate 4 customer conversations. You convert 1 and 4. If you just do 8 a month, you get 2 clients a month. So that's $3,000 recurring at $1,500 a month. Over a year, that's $36,000. That's just there. But here's where things get cool. Month 2, you're still only doing a few conversations with business owners. And let's just play with the numbers. If you did $3,000 a month, that's only 2 new clients a month. Easy to do. From just talking to 8 people a month. If you do that over 1 year, you've got $400,000 a year because it adds up. It's a snowball effect. So I think you can go for $5,000 a month. If you do that, you're at $720,000 in 12 months. This math is real deal. You can try and pick holes in it. You can start from 0. You don't even have to make $700,000. I'm just showing you. Some people are super ambitious. I was when I started. I was like, forget 6 figures. I want to make 7. But that's, depending on your situation, you might just want to chill, relax, make enough to enjoy life. If you do 8 conversations with 8 business owners, you get 2 a month. At the end of that year, you're at $400,000. I mean, that's crazy. Now, it depends how long you keep them as customers, but if you do it right, there's no one else that can do it for them. That's just 2 customers a month. All right. Let's see. Reading these questions. Sal, yeah, I think I pronounced it right, says, I don't have any skills. I don't know technology. I don't know social media. Will this work? Yep, absolutely. You don't need to know anything coming into this. You can come into this from scratch. You don't need to know about internet, tech, marketing, business. But just the fact that you've been on this call, you're good. That's enough. Okay, let's see. Letty says, I don't have any marketing or sales skills. Will this work? Absolutely. Look, I'm going to teach you everything. You can just read the script. You don't have to be a slick salesperson, okay? All right. Rion says, how long do I have to make a decision on joining this? Good question. Well, if you wanted this price, you need to make up your mind now. It's going to sell out. So I'd say within the next hour, it's going to be gone. So maybe less. Once these seats sell out, program's back up to $6,000. So if you want to get it right now for $997, you have to join now. If you want to think on it, it's totally fine, but the price can be $6,000. That's not just some inflated number. That's the real deal. You come back tomorrow, you come back in a week, you're going to pay $6,000. So then, and I don't allow that to be split up. $6,000 up front, or $997 today, or 4 payments, $297. Okay. Just reading all the questions. Let's see. Talia joined. Awesome. Looking forward to work with you. Kinch, is that, I don't know if that's how I pronounce it. All right, Rick joined. Sal, awesome. You guys made a great decision. Can't wait to start working with you. All right, guys, the link is just put in that website and put /go. Okay. All right. Let's see. Richard said, does this work for me? Will it work for me? I have a background as a personal trainer. Yeah, because then you can go after personal trainers or go after any niche. Doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. That's the beauty of this, because I'll show you how you can flip the switch, all right, and go after whatever you want to. People are writing, will this work for this? Will this work for that? Dentists, doctors, right? Yep, it will. That's what's cool. So I've honestly spent more than $10 million on this training. Literally. Boy, if I had known this stuff and I knew someone could teach it to me for... teach it for this price, I would have bought that 1,000 times over again. I've made mistakes. I've wasted years. I've made thousands of calls. I've talked to thousands of people, tens of thousands. Tried every social media strategy out there. When to post. I'm just going to give you all that stuff. I've paid rent on big offices. I've read books. I've tried stuff and failed. I've had people laugh at me. I wouldn't want to wish the hard things I've gone through on anybody. I've worked my ass off. I've taken everything from this, made this my life work, boil it down to this simple program. You're going to learn from it without having to do the trial error. You're going to be able to follow an exact step-by-step plan to do things correctly. Sometimes it's just the small decisions that change your life. I can't help but think back when I was sleeping on that couch in Clayton, North Carolina, in that mobile home. If I had made that decision that right then I was going to change my life and take action, I'd still be sitting there, or worse. I would be making no money or just the minimum amount of money and scraping by. Scary to think about. But the only thing that changed my life is I said, you know what? Things happen for a reason. Things happen for a reason. I believe you here. You've been watching this for a reason. Things don't just happen by chance. Look back at your life. Things happen for a reason. It's your time. If you stuck with me until now, you're committed. It's your time. So let's get this up and running for you. Go to that website right there. Don't forget to put /go or click the button. Go there right now. Let's get you started. Claim your spot. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. So thanks for attending. Write down, take a picture of this so you don't miss that website with that special link. Okay? We might still have some seats available. If not, sorry. Okay? Just write it down. It's worth a try in the next 1 to 3 hours. So thanks for attending this. Wish you the best. If you want to get started, just do it. I can honestly say it'll be the best decision you ever made. Thanks everyone for attending. It's Tai Lopez here, and I wish you the best. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.